So, what do you call an aged machine that still works? The old reliable. This is the IdeaPad Gaming 3 1 year later. Let's talk about it. First, here are the raw stats of this incredible laptop. Now, in this day and age, it is a little outdated relative to other models, but it definitely gets the job done for me. So, what can it play? Well, speaking from experience, all of these games with this average FPS. So it's no slouch in the performance department. Let's dive a little deeper. Sporting an AMD CPU and NVIDIA GPU, we have a potent combo that allows me to play my games with very few issues. Now, as I stated with my 6 months review, it did have some performance lag with the more demanding games while recording. So I manually upgraded its RAM to 24 gigabytes, which upon further research, I realized is actually a poor decision. I went for 24 gigabytes because I wanted to save some money and use the already installed 8 gigabytes and just add more, which after reading this comment and delving into more research on my own, I realized it's a bit ill-fated to recommend that for everyone, because say one RAM DIMM dies, then you're stuck with an uneven amount, which is not good. Nevertheless, the laptop is still great at maintaining its internal components with effective cooling, but because I like to err on the side of caution, I 3D printed these little nubs to put under the laptop to allow for more airflow and to not have to worry about loud fan noise. Now, moving on to externals, the laptop itself, physically, is beautiful, but it won't be anything to fawn over, which is actually a good thing, in my eyes. It's more subtle, great for a gaming laptop, and it boosts those looks with great features, like a solid keyboard. It's nice, firm, tactile, etc. So, good stuff. But I do have one physical feature complaint with this laptop, the trackpad. I still haven't figured it out yet. It's super sensitive to the touch, and sometimes it'll highlight things or right click when I meant to left click, and it's just a whole ordeal. It's not terrible to use, but nah, I prefer to use a mouse. Most gamers should, and probably will share that preference. Unless you're a trackpad god or something. But anyway, the connectivity of this laptop is also pretty good for mouse users too. You can use many mice with this laptop. Moving on to the internals, we do have some great features, including the high-performing and cost-effective internal specs, Lenovo Vantage software to maintain your PC for you, and even the camera with a shutter slider, which for a gaming laptop, it's okay. Nothing amazing, but it gets the job done. But in the battery department, no, it's not great. My laptop's battery is actually pretty good health-wise, but it doesn't really last long. But you shouldn't expect it to, especially when gaming. Playing games can be taxing on the PC, and especially the battery. So I think of gaming laptops more as portable gaming desktop stations. So therefore, it's not much of a disappointment for me. Now, I could, I believe, upgrade the battery too, but again, that might not make too much of a difference overall. Though I haven't tried it yet, so maybe in the next update video. That's TBD. But one thing I highlighted pretty strongly about this laptop and its design in the last video was the screen. By no means is this screen bad. It is good. In the right lighting. It is dark, especially in a well-lit room. I'd suggest only using this thing preferably in the shade or indoors. It's not really suitable for outside work, but I'm not going to say it's the worst or anything. It's passable. It's not too bright, but we can just adapt and not play games outside. Because, my gosh, the price for this laptop is still very impressive. The IdeaPad Gaming 3 I purchased came at an incredible price. And truth be told, it's still really good for the price. I mean, look at this one I found on Amazon. That's fantastic. For the price of a MacBook, the IdeaPad Gaming 3 definitely puts up a good fight, no doubt. However, besides all of the praise and light criticisms I've shared about this laptop, I did have one mildly concerning moment. After a couple of weeks of not playing anything on the laptop and just letting it sit there, I reopened the PC to extreme lag. I don't know what happened, but it was just very slow. And it's odd, because I only play 3 games on the laptop. So I went to Google and I did some minimal research and just decided to bite the bullet. I performed a system restore and boom, reset the PC, and everything was back to normal like magic. Maybe it was a light virus that appeared or one of the pre-installed programs was going haywire, but that was the one time that I felt the PC was just kinda acting weird to me. This could happen to you too, so I'd try to keep that in mind. This isn't an IdeaPad specific problem, but a system restore might be the best solution to a spontaneously laggy computer. Thankfully though, that wasn't much of a headache for me, the system restore. And it's because of something I usually harp on. The low storage. I can't believe I'm saying this on camera, but because the laptop only came with 512 gigabytes of storage, I didn't have to worry about re-downloading many files. I literally have 3 games, Chrome, and OBS. That's it. So not too much to memorize and not too much to lose. Now, don't get me wrong, this is typically a bad thing, but the small SSD in this laptop actually limited me in a way that funnily benefited me. Now, with a bit of routine storage maintenance and download discipline, you probably would manage just fine with a larger SSD. But just as a change of heart, I gotta say, that surprisingly really helped me. So, not bad, Lenovo. You've earned this point, and the many others I've given this laptop. So then, out of 10, how would I rate my experience with this laptop for the past year? Well, given all the amazing fun I've had with it and the few troubles as well, that's tough to judge. Is it perfect? No. There was work that needed to be done in the beginning, and even as time has gone on. But for me, that was fun and educational. I got to talk about it with you after all. But for the standard user, that might be a bit of a hassle. Upgrading the RAM, maybe the battery, and heck, 3D printing those little nubs. Which again, are all personal preferences. So all in all, I would say that my experience with this laptop is an 8.5 out of 10. Absolutely fantastic, and very few complaints overall. And as you can tell, I love this thing. We originally bought it 1 year ago as a way for me to kind of wind down after a long school day at this university studying pharmacy. So 1 year later, I would surely recommend this laptop to anybody who's in the market and who has done enough research. But of course, if you get one of these things, or any gaming laptop for that matter, make sure to stay disciplined because it is fantastic. My name is Seerus. It's spelled like Cyrus, pronounced like Sea Rooster. Just take out the ter. Thank you very much for watching and have a wonderful day. Peace.